Japan continues to seek its right to collective self-defense, posing a tricky question to regional powers, especially neighboring countries such as Korea and China, whether Tokyo is flexing its military muscles to threaten peace or trying to play a role that would promote regional and global stability.
For more on the current geopolitical situation involving major players of Northeast Asia, we're joined by Dr. Kim Dong-ryul, professor at the Korean National Diplomatic Academy. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Good evening.
Now, despite concerns by Seoul and Beijing, it seems Tokyo is garnering increasing support by the international community, namely the United States, Britain, and Southeast Asian nations. Now, how likely is that Japan will carry out this move?
Well, it depends on how do we see this Japanese move at this moment. If we are actually interpreting this Japanese move as a pre-step towards a revision of the entire constitution, I believe it is least likely that they go all the way up to this point. If Prime Minister Abe gets more power with this kind of propaganda or this move, aggressive move, and then winning, expecting like winning another election the next time, probably he's going to go further.
Well, senior Japanese government official said that under this collective self-defense initiative, Japanese forces would never come onto the Korean Peninsula without prior consent. Should Seoul still be concerned, though?
So I would say that Seoul should be worrying about not just like actually carrying out this self-defense by Japan, but at this moment I would say Seoul should be like more worried about how to respond to the Korean public. So you know, in a true sense, that it is not likely that Japan was just like immediately taking any action with this collective self-defense. But Korean the public, as you see, you know, it's like responding very, very much, and then like you know, too much for actual move that Japan is making at this moment. So I believe the government in Seoul should worry more about how to respond, just think more about how to respond to this upset the Korean public.
And speaking of upset Korean public, despite Korea's strong opposition to the idea, Washington seems to be outwardly supporting this idea. What is the reason behind its stance? And do you think Seoul is being isolated from the diplomatic circle?
Just the common sense is that, you know, the United States is in economic stress at this moment, but still the United States try to come back to Asia in the name of rebalancing or pivot to Asia. But still, I mean, they need money or other kind of resources to just like increasing their power in this region. But as I said, they have some kind of economic trouble since 2008 financial crisis. So they have to seek for some sort of resources to keep this security or seek more security in East Asian region. And then, you know, very luckily for them, the Japan says that, hey, don't worry about it. I will take the job for you. That is actually the initiative in the name of this collective self-defense. And they try to expand their defense perimeter, including this Korean Peninsula, other areas as well. And then what should the United States do? You know, nothing, just like, okay, you go ahead. You just relieve my financial burden, other burden as well, to keep this American interest in this region. You go ahead and I'll back you up.
So with the U.S. and Japan on one side and China on the other, what should Korea's position be?
Well, not much we can do because they're two big powers. And at the same time, we need both. So we need the economic partnership with China, and we need the security partnership with the United States as well. So it is truly a stupid idea to take one for the other. Trade-off should be the last thing we should do. And then what is the best strategy for them? I would say that, you know, those jobs of keeping those partnerships with both countries while the two sides are struggling for hegemony in this area, what we should do is just to give the job to the agency like a Ministry of Foreign Affairs instead of, you know, giving those jobs to highly political agencies like, you know, Blue House or Congress or even Defense Ministry. Because, again, Foreign Ministry was so specialized in just like, you know, persuading everybody or, you know, like soothing all these kind of provocations to everybody.
All right. Professor Kim, thank you very much for joining us this evening.
My pleasure. Thank you.